We live in a world full of distractions, chaos, and conflict. No matter where we go, life throws challenges at us, from rude strangers to unexpected setbacks. Yet, there are those who seem unaffected by the noise around them. They move through life with a calm demeanor, as if nothing ever bothers them. How is that possible? It all comes down to mindset, and this is exactly where Stoicism shines. Stoicism teaches us that the world around us is uncontrollable, but our reactions are entirely within our power. The ability to act as if nothing bothers you is not about pretending or suppressing emotions. It's about recognizing the power of your mind to shape how you engage with life's difficulties. The dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea of the dichotomy of control. There are things we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. Then, there are things beyond our control, the actions of others, the outcome of events and external circumstances. Acting as if nothing bothers you requires understanding this distinction. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, running late for an important meeting. Your initial response may be frustration, anger, maybe even panic. But pause for a moment. What do you really control in this situation? You cannot control the traffic. You cannot change the fact that you're running late. But you can control your internal state, your response. You can accept the situation for what it is, remain calm, and focus on what you can do once you arrive at your destination. By focusing only on what is within your control, you take power away from the external world and give it back to yourself. Indifference to external events. The Stoics practiced the concept of apatheia, or indifference to things beyond their control. This doesn't mean apathy in the way we understand it today, but rather a serene acceptance of life's ups and downs. To act as if nothing bothers you, you need to develop a mindset that treats external events with indifference. Whether good or bad, external events are just that, external. Consider the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. You might lose your job, face criticism, or have a bad day, but none of these events has the power to affect your internal peace unless you allow them to. Stoicism encourages us to view life as an opportunity to strengthen our mind. Each difficulty is a test of your character. Ask yourself in moments of stress, is this within my control? Will reacting emotionally change the outcome? If the answer is no, then release it. Focus instead on your thoughts and actions. The power of perception. Another key principle in acting as if nothing bothers you is the power of perception. The Stoics believe that events themselves are neutral. It's our judgments that assign meaning to them. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. What does this mean? It means that an event only becomes bad when we label it as such. Someone cuts you off in traffic and you feel insulted or angry. But why? Is it the act of cutting you off, or is it your perception of the act that causes your anger? If you choose to see it as a trivial, neutral event, it no longer holds power over you. You always have the ability to reinterpret situations. Instead of assuming the worst or letting an event stir your emotions, choose to see it as an opportunity to practice patience, understanding, or even humor. Changing your perception gives you control over how you feel and how you act. Emotional resilience. While Stoicism advocates for acting as if nothing bothers you, this does not mean we ignore our emotions. Instead, it's about building emotional resilience, strengthening the ability to feel emotions without being ruled by them. When emotions arise, Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge them, but not to become overwhelmed by them. In moments of emotional intensity, pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is this emotion helping or harming me? This reflection allows you to distance yourself from the emotion and respond rationally. You can still experience disappointment, frustration, or sadness, but you do not allow these emotions to dictate your actions or your peace of mind. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This is a reminder that much of our emotional suffering comes from how we think about events, rather than the events themselves. By shifting your thoughts, you shift your emotional experience. Practicing equanimity. Equanimity, or maintaining mental calmness and composure, is the Stoics' ultimate goal in life's turmoil. To practice equanimity, you must embrace the reality that life is uncertain and full of change. Whether you face success or failure, praise or criticism, your internal state remains stable. Picture yourself standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is howling, the rain is pouring down, but you stand firm, unmoved by the chaos around you. That is equanimity, the ability to remain calm no matter what life throws your way. How do you cultivate equanimity? By accepting that all things are temporary. Success will pass, and so will failure. Joy will come and go, just as sadness does. Understanding this impermanence helps you detach emotionally from outcomes and remain at peace with whatever life brings. Conclusion: cultivating Stoic strength. Acting as if nothing bothers you is not about suppressing emotion or avoiding life's challenges. It's about developing a mindset rooted in Stoic principles, recognizing what's within your control, practicing indifference to external events, mastering your perception, and building emotional resilience. This way of thinking doesn't happen overnight. It's a practice, a daily effort to strengthen your mind and fortify your inner peace. But with time, you'll find yourself moving through life with the calm and confidence that comes from within. So, next time life throws an obstacle in your path, take a breath, remind yourself that it's just an external event, and ask yourself, is this worth disturbing my peace? If the answer is no, act as if nothing bothers you, because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't.